Dear friend, please pause for just a moment and consider this question. Have you ever wondered if that small handful of nuts you enjoy each day could be silently affecting your energy, your balance, and even your independence? It might sound surprising, but the truth is that some types of nuts, often marketed as healthy, could actually be contributing to joint pain, irregular heartbeats, and even increased fall risk for those of us over 60. Today, I'll share with you 3 types of nuts you should absolutely avoid after 60, and 3 that can become powerful allies for your health, helping to protect your strength, clarity, and independence for years to come. Stay with me until the end, because I'll also reveal a little-known tip for selecting the safest, most beneficial nuts that 9 out of 10 seniors have never heard about. Even one small change in your daily habits could make all the difference in maintaining your mobility and independence. Let's start with a nut that appears at almost every family gathering and is often recommended as heart-healthy: peanuts. What many don't realize is that peanuts aren't actually nuts at all. They're legumes that grow underground. This seemingly trivial fact has serious health implications for anyone over 60. Because they grow in soil, peanuts are highly susceptible to mold contamination, particularly a toxin called aflatoxin. The International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies aflatoxin as a Group 1 carcinogen. For younger people, the body can often process and eliminate these toxins. But after 60, our natural detoxification abilities decline significantly. This means these harmful substances can accumulate in your system over time, affecting your liver function and weakening your immune system. Even more concerning is peanuts' high omega-6 fatty acid content. While we need some omega-6 in our diet, excessive amounts can create an imbalance with omega-3, leading to something called silent inflammation. This type of inflammation doesn't cause immediate pain, but over months and years, it can damage muscle fibers, harden your arteries, and accelerate joint degeneration. The result? Increasing difficulty with walking, maintaining balance, and performing everyday activities, all without knowing the true cause. Mary from San Diego discovered this connection the hard way. At 72, she couldn't understand why her joints were getting stiffer despite regular exercise and calcium supplements. After eliminating her daily handful of peanuts, she noticed significant improvement in her mobility within just 6 weeks. "I feel like I've regained years of independence," she told me. Our second nut to avoid might surprise you, especially since it's often perceived as a premium, healthy choice: cashews. With their smooth texture and rich flavor, cashews have become increasingly popular in recent years. But for those over 60 with concerns about bone density, joint health, or circulation, cashews pose several hidden risks worth understanding. One major concern is their high oxalate content. Oxalates bind with calcium in your digestive tract, preventing this essential mineral from reaching your bones. Instead, the calcium simply passes through your system, while your bones become increasingly brittle and vulnerable. For seniors, this is particularly dangerous. A minor fall that might bruise a younger person could result in a fracture that severely impacts your independence and quality of life. Furthermore, cashews have a higher glycemic index than most other nuts, causing more rapid spikes in blood sugar. For the 40% of adults over 65 who have prediabetes or diabetes, these blood sugar fluctuations can damage small blood vessels, especially in the legs and feet, leading to poor circulation, slow healing, and increased risk of dangerous infections. Dr. William Thompson, a geriatric specialist at Northwestern Memorial Hospital, shares, "I've seen too many seniors who've had to give up independent living because of preventable falls and fractures. Many don't realize that their daily food choices, including nuts like cashews, could be contributing to bone weakness." Remember that maintaining your strength and stability isn't just about exercise. It's also about avoiding the foods that silently undermine your body's natural resilience. The third nut on our caution list may be the most surprising: pine nuts. These small, delicate nuts often garnish salads and are the key ingredient in pesto sauce. Their elegant appearance hides several serious health concerns, particularly for adults over 60. One of the least known but most troubling issues is their potential for drug interactions. According to the American Institute of Clinical Medicine, pine nuts contain compounds that can interfere with liver enzymes responsible for metabolizing many common medications. This means if you're taking blood pressure medications, cholesterol-lowering drugs, or antidepressants, as many seniors do, pine nuts could reduce their effectiveness, or worse, cause dangerous drug accumulation in your bloodstream. Even more unique to pine nuts is a condition called pine mouth or metallic taste syndrome. When someone consumes oxidized pine nuts, they may experience a persistent metallic taste that can last for days or even weeks. While younger adults might find this merely annoying, for seniors, this strange taste alteration can significantly reduce appetite, leading to inadequate nutrition, unintended weight loss, and declining muscle mass, all critical factors in maintaining your independence. Robert, a 77-year-old retired teacher from Boston, experienced this firsthand when he began enjoying pine nuts in his daily salad. After 2 weeks, food started tasting like I was chewing on pennies, he recalled. I lost 5 pounds before my doctor figured out the cause. At my age, that's muscle I can't afford to lose. The high amount of unstable fats in pine nuts also produces free radicals when exposed to air, light, or heat, damaging nerve cells and potentially accelerating memory decline and reaction time delays. These factors combined make pine nuts a risk not worth taking for those valuing their independence and clarity of mind. Now let's shift to the positive side of our journey, starting with a true champion for your health after 60. Almonds. Don't let their simple appearance fool you. Almonds pack remarkable protection for your bones, muscles, and overall vitality, especially during the years when maintaining independence matters most. For women over 60, when bone density typically declines due to hormonal changes, almonds offer a calcium advantage. Just 1 ounce, about 23 almonds, provides nearly 75 milligrams of calcium, comparable to dairy, but without triggering the digestive discomfort many seniors experience with milk products. Even more impressive is almonds' magnesium content. This crucial mineral works alongside calcium, helping direct it to strengthen your bones instead of allowing it to build up in arteries. This dual action not only protects against fractures, but also supports healthy blood pressure and circulation. A landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that participants who included almonds in their daily diet showed measurable improvements in bone density within just 3 to 6 months, a remarkable timeline when we typically think of bone health as changing very slowly. Almonds also provide high-quality plant protein essential for preserving muscle mass, a critical factor in preventing falls, and maintaining your ability to climb stairs, rise from chairs, and continue living independently. Elizabeth, age 68, shared her experience at our last wellness seminar. I started eating a small handful of almonds every morning with my oatmeal. After about 3 months, I noticed something remarkable. I could get up from the floor after playing with my grandchildren without needing help. That kind of independence is priceless at my age. The vitamin E in almonds acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting both muscle and nerve cells from the damage that accumulates with age. This preservation of nerve function helps maintain coordination, reflexes, and balance, all fundamental to preventing those dangerous falls that threaten senior independence. If almonds are the champions for your bones, then walnuts are the guardians of your mental clarity and emotional balance. It's no coincidence that walnuts resemble tiny brains. Nature often provides these visual clues to a food's benefits, and indeed, walnuts offer remarkable support for brain health, memory, and cognitive function as we age. What makes walnuts truly exceptional is their high content of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. Just 1 ounce provides about 2.5 grams of ALA, which helps maintain the flexibility of brain cell membranes and supports efficient communication between neurons. This smooth cell-to-cell communication is absolutely crucial for preserving memory, maintaining quick reflexes, and ensuring the balanced coordination that keeps you steady on your feet, all essential components of living independently after 60. Beyond omega-3s, walnuts contain an impressive amount of polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that can cross the blood-brain barrier to directly protect brain cells from oxidative damage. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging found that older adults who consumed walnuts regularly performed significantly better on tests measuring memory, processing speed, and attention span. Thomas, a 73-year-old retired engineer, experienced this firsthand. I used to constantly misplace my keys and wallet, which was not only frustrating but frightening. I worried about what else I might start forgetting. Since adding walnuts to my breakfast each morning, along with regular walks, I've noticed my mind feels sharper. Now I even help my grandson with his math homework. Walnuts also support healthy blood flow thanks to their arginine content, an amino acid that helps relax blood vessels and improve circulation to your muscles. This enhanced delivery of oxygen and nutrients helps maintain strength and reduces the risk of muscle weakness that can lead to dangerous falls. With their natural melatonin content, walnuts can even help improve sleep quality, allowing your body to repair muscle tissue and refresh your mind overnight. This creates a foundation for greater physical strength and mental alertness the next day. Before we conclude, there's a crucial aspect of nut consumption that few health programs discuss. Yet, it can make all the difference between nuts being your allies or adversaries: proper selection and storage. Many seniors don't realize that how nuts are processed and stored dramatically affects their nutritional value and potential risks. This knowledge alone could transform your health outcomes. First, let's address a little-known fact about nut freshness. Nuts contain delicate oils that can become rancid when exposed to heat, light, or air. Rancid nuts not only lose their beneficial nutrients, but actually create harmful compounds that can damage your cells and accelerate aging. Dr. Elizabeth Harper, nutrition specialist at Mayo Clinic, explains, many seniors purchase nuts in bulk for convenience and savings, but then store them improperly for months. This is particularly problematic after age 65, when the body's ability to detect subtle rancidity through smell and taste naturally diminishes. How can you tell if nuts have gone bad? Place a few in a glass of water. Fresh nuts sink, while rancid ones float due to oil changes. Another test is to cut a nut in half. If you see dark spots or detect any paint-like smell, discard them immediately. For maximum protection of your health, follow these 3 essential guidelines. First, always choose raw or dry roasted nuts without added oils, salt, or sugar. Flavored varieties often contain inflammatory oils and excessive sodium that can counteract the benefits we've discussed. Second, store your nuts properly. The best approach is to keep your weekly supply in an airtight container in the refrigerator and freeze the rest. This simple step preserves the delicate oils and antioxidants that protect your heart, brain, and bones. Third, consider soaking your almonds overnight in filtered water. This ancient practice, recommended by both traditional medicine and modern nutritionists, reduces their naturally occurring enzyme inhibitors, making the nutrients more bioavailable, especially important as our digestive capacity naturally decreases with age. Harold, 78, from Oregon, shared his experience. I always had mild digestive discomfort after eating nuts until my granddaughter, a nutritionist, suggested soaking them. Now I enjoy almonds and walnuts daily without any issues, and my energy levels have improved remarkably. For those concerned about convenience, you can soak and then dehydrate a batch of nuts on the weekend for easy access throughout the week. This small investment and preparation yields significant returns in digestibility and nutritional value. Remember, the quality of the nuts you consume is just as important as the type. Even the healthiest varieties, almonds, walnuts, and pistachios, can become harmful if they're not fresh or properly stored. This wisdom of proper selection and storage may seem simple, but it makes all the difference in ensuring that these powerful foods truly serve your health and independence. Now that we understand which nuts benefit us most and how to select and store them properly, let's explore practical ways to incorporate these powerful foods into your daily routine, especially for those who may not be accustomed to eating nuts regularly. Many seniors tell me, "I know nuts are healthy, but I just don't think about eating them. This is where intentional habit formation becomes essential for receiving their full benefits. The good news is that with a few simple strategies, you can easily make these nutritional powerhouses part of your everyday life. Let's start with morning routines. Breakfast offers the perfect opportunity to introduce beneficial nuts into your day. Consider adding chopped walnuts to your oatmeal or yogurt. The warmth of the oatmeal actually helps release more of the beneficial oils. For those who enjoy smoothies, adding a tablespoon of almond butter provides creaminess along with bone-strengthening nutrients. Martha, age 71, from Michigan, shared, "I started sprinkling chopped almonds on my morning yogurt. Within 2 months, my doctor noticed my cholesterol numbers improving, and I realized I was having an easier time getting up from my garden work without knee pain." For midday energy, create what I call a senior power mix. Combine 1 part each of chopped almonds, walnuts, and pistachios with a sprinkle of cinnamon, which helps stabilize blood sugar in a small container. Keep this in your purse or pocket for an instant energy boost that won't spike your blood sugar or lead to inflammation like most conventional snacks. Evening routines matter too. Consider replacing dessert with what many of my clients call a sweet dreams mix. 3 walnuts and a few pistachios about an hour before bed. The natural melatonin supports restful sleep, while the nutrients work overnight to repair tissues and support brain health. For those concerned about dental issues or difficulty chewing nuts, there are excellent alternatives. High-quality nut butters without added oils or sugars provide many of the same benefits. You can spread almond butter on apple slices or stir walnut butter into warm oatmeal. Another creative approach is to make what I call Golden Years nut milk. Simply blend a small handful of soaked almonds with filtered water, a touch of cinnamon, and if desired, a date for sweetness. Strain through a fine mesh strainer or cheesecloth, and you have a calcium-rich, digestible alternative to dairy that supports bone health. Dr. James Wright, geriatric specialist at Johns Hopkins, notes, "Consistency is far more important than quantity when it comes to nuts for seniors. I'd rather see my patients eat a small amount of high-quality nuts daily than larger amounts sporadically." Perhaps most importantly, make these foods visible. Studies show we're much more likely to eat foods that are visible and accessible. Keep a small glass jar of your preferred nuts on the kitchen counter or dining table as a visual reminder. William, 83, from Florida, laughed when he told me, "I put a jar of walnuts right next to my TV remote because I know I'll see it several times a day. Now I'm eating them regularly without even thinking about it, and my memory has improved enough that I've started winning at bridge again." Remember, it's not about making dramatic changes overnight. Start with just one of these suggestions that feels most doable for you. Small, consistent actions create powerful results for your health and independence. We've explored 8 critical aspects of nut consumption, 3 types to avoid, 3 beneficial varieties to embrace, proper selection and storage techniques, and practical ways to incorporate these powerful foods into your daily routine. Together, these insights provide a complete picture of how nuts can either support or undermine your health and independence after 60. The nuts to approach with caution, peanuts, cashews, and pine nuts, may seem harmless or even beneficial, but for adults over 60, they carry silent risks, ranging from inflammation and bone density loss to medication interactions and balance issues. In contrast, almonds, walnuts, and pistachios provide targeted support for the very systems that maintain your independence: strong bones, sharp memory, steady balance, and clear vision. But remember, the most powerful changes don't require dramatic overnight transformations. Start small, perhaps with a handful of almonds in your morning oatmeal, 3 walnuts before bedtime, or substituting pistachios for less healthy afternoon snacks. These simple, consistent choices build a foundation for lasting health and independence. They empower you to move with confidence, think with clarity, and maintain the strength to enjoy your golden years on your own terms. You deserve to live with vitality and dignity. You deserve to have a body that carries you through your daily activities, a mind sharp enough to engage fully with life, and the independence to make your own choices. If today's information has been helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss our upcoming guidance on protecting your health and independence. And if you're currently consuming any of the nuts we discussed today, I'd love to hear about your experience in the comments below. Remember, caring for your health doesn't need to be complicated. It begins with attention to the small daily choices that, over time, create the foundation for a life of strength, clarity, and independence. Until next time, I wish you robust health and the continued freedom to enjoy life on your own terms.